Hello, my dear students. Good afternoon and welcome to Gradeup India's largest online education platform. आज हम करेंगे कुछ spot the error questions. Spot the error questions करेंगे, ठीक है? और ये spot the error का मतलब क्या है? सेंटेंस में कहाँ एरर है, इसमें क्लियर नहीं होता. इसमें A, B, C, D इस तरीके से चार अलग अलग पोर्शंस होते हैं. उसमें से आपको बताना पड़ेगा कि करेक्शन कहाँ करना है. एक होता है स्पॉट करेक्शन, एक हो गया सेंटेंस करेक्शन. सेंटेंस करेक्शन में जिस पार्ट को बोला गया है कि गलत है उसको ठीक करना है, ठीक है. बस इट्स ऑल ओल्ड वाइन इन अ न्यू बॉटल, सारी वही चीज है लेकिन अलग अलग तरीके से पूछे जाते हैं. कॉन्सेप्ट आता है तो नाम कुछ भी दे लो, आप कर ही लोगे, ठीक है. कोई कोई अलग अलग क्वेश्चन को तो करने के लिए अलग अलग स्किल नहीं चाहिए, स्किल एक चाहिए लेकिन उसी को मैं 10 तरीके से अलग से पूछ सकता हूँ, ठीक है. Now you will get flat 50% off on Gradeup Super. Gradeup Super अगर लेते हो तो IPMAT, SET, BBA, DU, CHAT and NCHM JEE के एग्जाम्स के लिए. और आपको बता दूं, मैंने पूरा आपके DU के BBA के लिए जैसे आपका जो ये होता है सही सुखदेव से लेकर हर किसी के लिए मैंने पढ़ाया रखा है और बहुत सालों का एक्सपीरियंस है. यू शुड जॉइन दिस कोर्स. माय नेम इज विनोद शंकर. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट, पहला क्वेश्चन में एरर कौन सा है, लेट्स रीड, ठीक है. और करना क्या है वो भी बताऊंगा तुमको. कैसे करते हैं तो सर सेंटेंस को करेक्शन को ढूंढ लेते हैं, ये भी आपको मैं बताऊंगा, ठीक है. लेकिन सबसे पहले कोशिश करो आप इस सेंटेंस में एरर का है. When I called him yesterday, he offered to donate a handsome amount of money to the flood relief fund. He offered to donate a handsome amount of money to the flood relief fund. इसमें क्या एरर क्या होना चाहिए बताओ, इसमें क्या एरर होना चाहिए, ठीक है. सबसे पहले कौन सा एरर देखना चाहिए, सब्जेक्ट वर्ब एग्रीमेंट का एरर देखना चाहिए. उसका मीनिंग क्या है सर, कितने सब्जेक्ट्स हैं उसको देखना है, उसके साथ वर्ब सही लिखा है कि नहीं, ठीक है. कॉल्ड हिम यस्टरडे, ये तो सिंपल पास्ट टेंस है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है सर. ही ऑफर्ड, ये भी पास्ट टेंस है, इसमें भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है. और कहीं पर में तो क्लॉज ही नहीं है, और कहीं तो सब्जेक्ट वर्ब नहीं है. तो सब्जेक्ट वर्ब एग्रीमेंट अगर मैं देखता हूं तो ये तो सही है, दो क्लॉज सही है. फ्रेजेस में एक बार देख लो, इसको फ्रेज कहते हैं. टू डोनेट अ हैंडसम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी, हैंडसम अमाउंट, इसमें भी कुछ नहीं है सर. हैंडसम में दिक्कत लग रहा है क्या, हैंडसम अमाउंट ऑफ मनी बोलते हैं पैसे के लिए, हैंडसम बोलते हैं, हाँ बोलते हैं. ऑफ मनी सही है, टू द फ्लड रिलीफ फंड ये भी सही है. देयरफॉर क्या होना चाहिए, एरर नहीं है सर इस सेंटेंस में, नो एरर, एब्सोल्युटली इसी तरीके से करना है. सबसे पहले सब्जेक्ट वर्ब एग्रीमेंट कर लेते हैं. नाउ टू द सेकंड क्वेश्चन. To be an effective manager, it is vital to know the goals and visions of your organization. To be an effective manager, it is vital to know the goals and visions of your organization. अगर आप अच्छा मैनेजर बनना चाहते हो तो क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा, you have to know the goals and this one of your organization. बात तो सही है सर, और इसमें भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं लग रहा है. It is vital तो सही है, इट इज राइट तो सही है. हम टू के साथ V1 ही लिखते हैं, टू नो ही लिखते हैं. द गोल्स एंड विजन्स ऑफ योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सेंटर्स तो सही ही लग रहा है. तो इसमें भी नो एरर ही होना चाहिए. लेट अस चेक, इसका भी आंसर नो एरर ही है. सर ऐसे आते हैं नो एरर वाले क्वेश्चंस, काफी आते हैं बच्चा, ठीक है. और कॉन्सेप्ट जानते हो तो बिल्कुल एक पैसे का दिक्कत नहीं होती. अगर कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं जानते तब हम लोग फंसते हैं. कॉन्सेप्ट जब आ जाता है तो वी जस्ट डोंट नीड टू बॉदर, बहुत इजीली हम आंसर दे सकते हैं, ठीक है. अच्छा, ठीक है. लेट्स कम टू द थर्ड क्वेश्चन. टू ट्रस्ट द ट्रस्ट प्लान्स टू सेट ऑन अ स्पेशल स्कूल फॉर डम एंड डेफ चिल्ड्रन. ओके, एक मिनट के लिए तो मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया सेंटेंस लिखा क्या है. द ट्रस्ट प्लान्स, ओके, द ट्रस्ट प्लान्स टू सेट ऑन अ स्पेशल स्कूल फॉर डम एंड डेफ चिल्ड्रन. तो तुम तो इसमें तो तुरंत ही बोल दोगे सर, सेट ऑन का मतलब तो होता है तैयारी करना. तैयार नहीं करना है सर, इंस्टीट्यूट करना है. वी वांट टू एस्टैब्लिश समथिंग. एस्टैब्लिश के लिए करेक्ट फ्रेजल वर्ब कौन सा है जानते हो? तुम्हारा कंपनी तो सही नहीं है, उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, तुम्हारा सेटअप तो सही नहीं है. तुम्हारा सेटअप तो, वेरी गुड संस्कृति बेटा, एब्सोल्युटली वेरी गुड, वेरी नाइस, एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. Because and tell your friends also, man, I see nobody coming to these batches. Or let me tell you one thing, if you are looking at, sir, मेरे को शहीद सुखदेव में जाना है, I am from Delhi, I want to go to शहीद सुखदेव, और से क्या बोलते हैं उसको, all those good colleges in DU and IP colleges. Okay, you should prepare, and I can actually prepare you for those exams. You have a lot of experience, but then people don't show up. I don't know why. Now start sharing these sessions with your friends also. Okay. Now the trust plans to set on, this should be set up a special school for dumb and deaf children. Very good. The answer is second, B. Okay, now come to the next one. Fourth question. Domestic manufacturing sectors such of cotton benefited from the declination in British goods that had dominated the pre-war market. It's a pretty easy question. If you read well, as soon as you read, you will be able to understand. जैसे ही पढ़ोगे वैसे ही आपको समझ में भी आता है. अगर आपको ये if you read carefully, the error will show up on its own. इसमें कुछ है ही नहीं. कौन-कौन से पार्ट में एरर है? किस पार्ट में एरर है? It's not one part, two parts contain errors. You look at read the instruction. अच्छा, एक चीज और. There is always one thing I want to emphasize. Okay, the thing is, every time you have a question, read the questions well. If you don't read the questions and try to correct the given question, maybe you might end up committing an error because you have not read the instructions well. Pushpesh says it is C. Okay, C and D. Declination is wrong, sir. Well, so C must be part of the answer. So there can only be two answers. B, C or C, D. Which one? B, C and C, D. Does D have any problem here? In British goods that had dominated the pre-war market. I don't think there is an error in this part. This seems to be okay. This seems to be okay. Therefore, the answer is B. Such as. Didn't you read the sentence well? Such as cotton. BC, absolutely. Yes. So, two parts. Yes, two parts contain errors. Okay. Domestic manufacturing sectors such as, such as cotton benefited from the decline in British goods. So, error. The answer is B. Very nice. But let's come to the fifth question. Now, this I want you to get it right. You just need to do. See, this is a different kind of question. Error spotting only. Okay, sentence correction questions. But then here there is a possible. Okay, there is a sentence given here. Okay. Now you need to check which one of these could be the right way of writing this particular sentence. If it contains an error. If the given sentence contains an error, then which of the following will be a meaningful sentence? अगर दिया हुआ sentence गलत है, तो नीचे में कौन सा sentence सही हो? कौन सा sentence सही लिखा हुआ है? Which of the following sentences has been written correctly, grammatically and meaningfully coherent sentence? B or D? Okay. B or D says Pushpesh. So let me mark those two options. And Sanskriti, what do you think? Wait. Sanskriti says it is D. Okay. Pushpesh, you made a mistake here because see, we have two subjects. Now, two subjects cannot be joined by a comma. It has to be joined by and. And if I write and, then I have to say are. And the sentence is not what this particular sentence is trying to say. It says, yes, it says art cannot be dissociated. आर्ट को अलग नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, तो आर्ट को अलग नहीं कर सकते तो क्या लिखना पड़ेगा? इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू डिसोसिएट आर्ट फ्रॉम मोरालिटी, पॉलिटिक्स एंड रिलीजन. डी इज द करेक्ट वन. यस, बी केयरफुल. और ये तो सेंटेंस भी सही नहीं पड़ेगा. पुष्पेश, if you read this sentence well, you will see that the sentence also doesn't make It's not trying to give the same meaning as the given sentence. Okay, so to the next one, D. Now, you have a flat 50% off on Gradeup Super if you're preparing for IP Mat. Okay, that is IP University, or say set a BBA, DUJAD, and NCHMC. Okay, which one? You can use the Earth 50. Tell your friends also, if they are looking for a good discount and great teachers, you should come to Gradeup and then subscribe to the Super. This is one of the batches running now. Join batch BBA and HM 2021, a crash course for entrance exams. This is on now. Okay, enrollments are on now. And please do subscribe to this channel. If when you have come to this channel, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon so that you can get the notifications. Now, sixth, okay, we knew we needed to found a way to keep our journalism open and accessible to everyone, regardless of where they live or what they can afford it. So, which are the two parts that have errors? Which are the two parts that have errors? Now, quickly. कौन-कौन से दो parts में error? A and D. Very good, Sanskriti. Because to find a way, this is wrong. 2 plus V1 we write and we call the concept an infinitive. 2 के साथ जब V1 आता है, the concept is called infinitive. Okay, it's a verb form. It's a verb form which does not show tense. Which does not show tense. And they can afford it. Now again, this is wrong because when we write a model, again we follow it up with the verb's first form. Okay, therefore it is B, A and D. Very good. Now to the seventh question. Tell me if the sentence contains an error. If it doesn't contain an error, you say 4. 4 means no error. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. You will mark no error as the answer in the sentence. That is E. Okay. So tell me if those 4 parts have any error. The first one to check is subject-verb agreement, and then you check the phrases. Okay. The Oxford Trust of India. Oh, this we have already done. This question has already been done. Okay. Up. This we have already done. Okay. Now to the 8th one. That question we had already done. Okay. Now 8th one. The third world countries must adopt a radically different approach for the disseminated of scientific information in view of the nature and magnitude of the problems. Which part? Okay, very good. What is the error? Pushpesh and Sanskriti. What the third part contains the error. But then what is the error? Third is correct, but then what is the error? What is the error? What do you think is the error? The third world countries must adopt a radically different approach for the disseminated. What is the error? The error is in part 3. So, what is the error? Sir, we are looking for a noun. We are not looking for a verb. So, it is not no. For it is not second, it is third, you said. Okay? Sanskriti. The dissemination of. Okay, we want a noun here. Spelling of disseminated, that is correct. The spelling is correct. The spelling is correct. What we are looking for is a noun here for the dissemination of scientific information. ठीक है? द लिखे हो, द के बाद noun चाहिए. द के बाद noun चाहिए, verb नहीं चाहिए. 9th. The buzz at the party was that the famous film star and politician would probably drop by for a while. ये भी बहुत ईजी है. बहुत केयरफुली पढ़ना सारे सेंटेंस को पूरे दिमाग में रखते हुए. अच्छा, never ever read it like this. You read the first part and then you don't read the second part as a separate unit. No, the entire sentence must be read as one unit. एक साथ पढ़ना है, एक साथ समझना है, तभी तुरंत समझ में आता है. The buzz at the party was that the famous film star and politician would probably drop by for a while. Four, Sanskriti kya hona chahiye? What do you think is the answer? Fourth, right? I take it as fourth. Probably, absolutely. We want an adjective, want an adverb, not. We want an adverb because this is a verb. We want to talk about the verb. So we require an adverb, not an adjective. Probable is an adjective. Okay? So D. Now to the 10th question. In order to ease the unending traffic gridlocks on the road, the police is embarking on a major revamp of the existing traffic plan for the city. Which one do you think is the answer? Two. Just hold on. I'm coming back to the screen. Okay. It is not two, not at all. See, let us check. In order to ease the unending traffic gridlocks. Now, till here, there seems to be no error. Okay. On the road, there seems to be no error in this phrase also. Then the police is. Pushpesh says two. Sanskriti says D. Police is police singular in English or plural? In English, mind you, in English, police is always plural. Police is always plural. So we say are. We don't say police is. We say police are. The answer is the police are. Pushpesh got it right. Okay, the police are embarking on a major revamp of the existing plan. Okay, remember, policeman is singular. Policeman is a singular noun. Policeman is a plural noun. Okay, but when we say police collectively, we always use the plural verb in English. We use the plural verb in English. Okay, so don't commit the error. Okay, to the next one. Let's come to the next question. Here, a day after he is shunted out of the post of Mumbai Police Commissioner, senior IPS officer Rakesh Maria said he was not contemplating quitting. So tell me which one is correct and let me see how many of you get it right. Let me see how many of you get it right. Okay. One, very good. Now, very good, Pushpesh. It is a day after he was shunted out because the entire sentence, and you say a day after, then how can I write the simple present tense? I have to write the past tense. So a day after he was shunted out of the post of police commissioner, senior IPS officer Rakesh Maria said he was not contemplating quitting. Very good. It is A, which has got the error. Now 12th question. Let's see. The 12th question is a pretty easy one. The Delhi High Court asked the center about the steps taken by it for appointing a 3-member committee to oversee the issuance of advertisements by its ministries. Again, you would say first, the Delhi High Court asked the center. Again, we require a past tense because something has been said and we want the result. So the Delhi court is asking for unless until it had already issued an order and now asking for the feedback, Therefore, it must be in the past tense, otherwise the sentence would be wrong. Okay, so what are we doing? See, whenever you go for sentence correction करने जाते हो तो करते क्या हो देखना, sentence correction, spotting the error, whatever, ठीक है, कुछ भी करो तो करते क्या होता है, सबसे पहले you read the sentence and then you try to understand the logic of the sentence. Now, this is very, very important. Understanding the context of the sentence, what it actually purports to say, and has it said what it wants to say. क्या कहना चाहता है और वो बात कहा है कि नहीं जो कहना चाहता है, ठीक है. When you read the sentence, you understand, अच्छा ये कहना चाहता है लेकिन गलत बोल रहा है, कहना ये चाहता है लेकिन ये गलत बोल रहा है. तो read and understand, this is very, very important, because logic is primary in a sentence, and then we tweak grammar, tweak grammar to go with the logic. Okay, so keep this in mind. This is very, very important. Yes. Now to the next one. 13th question. Anyone who had ever lived in the city will never take for granted the peace of the country. This sentence boggles me. This sentence boggles me simply because you are talking about the city and then you say country. What was the connection? What is the connection being made? Okay, if you have any problem in any questions, how would we be able to ask it from you? The first thing to do is, beta, this is my number. Okay, I am on WhatsApp on this number. Okay, now for the time being, you can write individually to me because we don't have many students here. Okay, so you can write individually to me, ask your doubts, I'll explain those. Okay, but as we go along, I'll also create a group, don't worry. So anyone who had ever lived, has to be anyone who has ever lived in the city will never take for granted the peace of the country. Now the problem is the sentence is illogical, to say the least, because there is no sense that I can make. We can change this to has ever lived. जो भी जिया है इस देश इस शहर में, हाँ, वो देश के पीस को ग्रांटेड नहीं लेगा. भैया आप तो सिटी की बात कर रहे थे, कंट्री कहाँ से आ गया, ठीक है. How are you connecting those two thoughts? Anyway, the sentence doesn't make sense, but if it is only grammar we are going to do, it is has, and never ever only do the grammar part. I keep telling you, logic is paramount. Logic is paramount. We tweak grammar so that the logic can come out as it was meant to be. Okay, don't, if sir, what will you do if you get such a sentence, sir? I'll not correct it. I'll simply put an RTI. I'll first of all ask them, what is the fun in getting the sentence, asking me to correct a sentence which does not even make sense? If it doesn't make sense, why the heck am I going to correct it? Okay, there is no point. Okay, there is no point. First of all, let the sentence have some kind of meaning. Only then I'll be correcting it. ठीक है, इसमें बताओ सिटी के बारे में बात करके कंट्री का, how are you making that relation? It's not clear in the sentence. ठीक है, anyway, let's come to the next one. Janet is determined to be success in whatever field she chooses. What do you think is the answer? Okay. Tell me what is the answer for this sentence. Janet is determined to be, very, very good, Pushpesh Beta. Very nice. Did it nicely. And what about Sanskriti? Sanskriti, do you also think that it is second? Yes, because see, if we say Janet is determined to be a success, okay, either if you want to write it as a noun, we have to put an article. To be a success in whatever field she chooses. Okay, one. Okay, but then again, writing the noun will not be a very good idea. Rather than doing that, let us write the infinitive. Janet is determined to succeed. We determined to do something. We determined to do something. Okay, so she's determined to succeed. Okay, rather than writing A, there are two ways to correct this sentence. The better way would be to write infinitive. Janet is trying to do something. Janet is determined to succeed in whatever field she chooses will be a much better choice. Okay, so that is the answer for this. B. Okay, now to the last question. Let me see how many of it. Can you use successful? Determined to be successful, yes. Push paste, you can also write this, write that. But then again, you see, one more thing. Let me tell you here. It's very important to understand. Now, this is also for I. This is your indoor what do we call this? IIP exams. I just forgot. IIP exams or IPM exams, whatever you call those. The MBA Integrated Management Program. Integrated management program. Okay, now there you get really good questions, and DU asks you really good questions. Let me tell you one thing. To decide how to say that a sentence is a good sentence, the first thing to notice is whether the sentence is logical and the sentence is grammatically correct, and whether the sentence is concise. If it does not, a sentence should not use more words than are required. Okay, we need not unnecessarily write words. Like if I give an example, I have a house which is huge. Now I can very easily write a smaller sentence having the same effect and much more crisp. Okay, much crisper. So I say, I have a huge house. So being the conciseness is also very important. Conciseness sometimes suffers due to diction. Now, diction is when you speak, you understand that the sentence is not all that, it doesn't sound natural. It doesn't sound natural as a native speaker. So this diction is also used to correct sentences, but this comes much, much later. Okay, keep these three things in mind. Logically, the sentence should be logically consistent, and we will be tweaking the grammar to make it logically consistent, and we'll keep the sentence as concise as possible. Now to the 15th question. Yes. C or D? Probably. Okay. Given the complexities of the Indian economy and its interconnections with the outside world, a rate reduction by the monetary authority alone would not suffice at the present juncture. Now, at the present juncture, this is the clue. So, what is there? At the present juncture. So, we want the sentence to be cast in the present tense, not in the past tense. So, what do you think is the error? I'll tell you the answer, but then give it a guess. I've given you the clue that can tell us, okay, the clue that can tell us whether the sentence is wrong or not. What I'm saying is, a rate reduction by the monetary authority alone would not suffice at the present juncture. Fourth, absolutely. It is fourth. At the present juncture will mean I cannot write would. I will be writing will not. Will not. Okay. The present model I will be writing, not the past model. At the present juncture, therefore it is the fourth one. Is that clear with Pushpesh? Kunal, you joined really late. It's the last question we are doing now. Okay, but then be there in the classes from tomorrow at 12 o'clock and make full use of these sessions. There is one thing, and I can guarantee you. See, I'm not a child, right? You know that he's an old man. Now, all the experience that I've gained over the years, if you want it, if you want that experience to help you in cracking your exams, please be there in the classes. Tell your friends also, ask your friends also. What happens is, when there is a crowd, you ask questions. The class becomes interactive, and I can actually go ahead and teach you many concepts. Now, if there is nobody, if there is only one or two, you have a limited number of questions. I'm answering only a limited number of questions. There could be different ways of looking at the same sentence. So please be there in the classes. Okay. So from the next class onwards, I would expect a better crowd. Okay. These are free classes, right? On YouTube also. You can ask your friends also to subscribe to this channel and like be there for the classes. Okay. Now, and if you are preparing for these exams, the best time is now, because you'll get a 50% off on Gradeup Super. You buy one subscription and you can take all these classes: IPMAT, SET, BBA, DU, JAT, NCHM, JEE. Okay, by using this coupon, and you also get the mock test for free. Practice makes a man perfect. You should know that. Now, for any queries, you can call these numbers. You can call at, this is also wrong English. Okay, you can call these numbers. We call somebody, we call somewhere. Done. Okay, we call these numbers. And then you can join WhatsApp for any query, and this is our WhatsApp number, beta. Okay, and please make sure that if you are going to join quickly, because you will be getting a 50% discount. And please join the Telegram channel, link in the description box for YouTubers. Okay, Sahi Prabhato Life Side. Thank you all very much. See you in the next class. I hope to see all of you in the next class. Okay, will you be there? At least the three of you, Kunal, Pushpesh, and Sanskriti. The three of you I want, and if you can also tell your friends, ask them to join. It will be great. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.